I'm not going to stop at Cooper's barbecue like I normally do. I mean, it's awesome, but man, I don't want to, I don't know, I guess I'm just not in the mood to drop 20 bucks for lunch. A barbecue is really expensive, and I'll stop someplace and find something to eat a lot cheaper. Anyway, it's kind of a cool little town. I guess good thing I turned it on a little bit. Sorry about my drunk driving, texting rants, but I think it's a wonderful idea to create some technology, retrofit all cars, and all new cars have to have, have to have that. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know if you can see that through all the grading. The water's running over the dam. Gotta get down there. That's kind of cool. Cool place. I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking. Just, I guess, the cool air and the wind blowing in. Well, it's not really blowing in my face, but just it's really dry out now, so my throat gets a little dry when I'm talking. Anyway, this is kind of a cool little town. Neat old buildings. A lot of these little Texas towns are really cool. I came over here and shot a football game once. When it's just kind of nice to go. I always do it on my bike just so it makes it a lot more fun. Yeah, but it's all into the playoffs now, so there's no more local stuff going on unless it's a playoff game. Got some by-district games going on. I think I might go shoot one tomorrow night. Kind of local to me, not too far away. Don't know if I'll do the bike or not. Might be some rain. Well, no, I don't think we have any more rain in the area until Sunday. Anyway, beautiful day. What is it? 66, so it is warming up. I think Leno High School's over that way, just up here a little ways. I remember going there. The lighting wasn't wonderful, but it wasn't terrible. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, hello there again. I'm heading south, kind of towards Fredericksburg now. And you can see how clouded up. I think this is the front. I mean, where I'm at, it was blue sky. So this is the front that kind of blew through. And I'm probably catching the tail end of it now, heading south. So it probably blew through my area, you know, early morning or late last night. But I'm just kind of wondering if I go far enough south. I know I will. If I go far, well, I don't know if I'll go far enough south, but if I go far enough south, I'll probably hit in the 80 degrees again versus 60s like it is now, which is kind of, I mean, that's how weird our weather is. When those cold fronts come through, it'll drop 20 degrees. But, you know, like my wife was in Dallas, excuse me, last night. She called me and she said it really cooled off there because the front came through, and I was still 20 degrees warmer in Austin than she was in Dallas, and then it finally came through this area. So it's kind of cool, but that looks like it. If you look a little further, it's a little bit darker, so it looks like that's the front still pushing through to the south, because I know it's I looked at the map and it's still like 80 degrees in way South Texas. So it's probably the front hasn't reached there yet, which is kind of cool. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting how it looks like, you can see over there, it looks like I'm getting the, kind of getting that. You can kind of see how that front, because that's why the clouds just kind of blow through and cools it off right behind it. Anyway, bye. Well, hello there. Hey, the sun's popping back out again. Here I am heading into Fredericksburg. I'm coming in a different way, so there's a good pizza place downtown that my wife and I usually go to when we come down here. I usually get a barbecue chicken pizza, and she gets the calzone, and it's actually pretty good. I enjoy it. It's kind of like I think it's kind of like a brick oven style, so it's kind of good. Anyway, I like it. But anyway, I'm glad the sun's coming back out. It got a little chilly without the sun. Fredericksburg's a cool town because it's the entire downtown. Every building has shops in it, and just everybody comes from all over the state, and they just come down here on a beautiful weekend, and it's just, I mean, hundreds of people on the street shopping. My wife likes it too. It's got some cool stuff. Neat little town. Cool old houses that are really nice too. Anyway, I might have to going out for a long ride today, so I might have to break this videos up into, or not use some of it, but break it up into a couple of them, so they're not. Well, hello there again. Here I am coming into Kerrville, Texas. These roads aren't marked very well. You don't know if there's 2 lanes going in either direction. It looks like there's not. They're doing some road construction. Anyway, I gotta stop and get some lunch here. I'm getting kind of hungry. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's noon. All I had was coffee. Anyway, I'll just probably find some fast food somewhere. I want to keep going down 16 because I remember coming home that way when I took a ride down here I hit part of the Twisted Sisters that one trip, but I remember 16 we had a really pretty, followed along the Guadalupe River, and it was a really cool waterfall. But I know we had flash floods here not too long ago again, 3 weeks ago, so it could be pretty ugly now with the debris everywhere, but we'll find out. Anyway, out for a nice ride. Hasn't really warmed up. Well, yeah, it is warmed up here now. I'm getting into town, it's like 66, but it's been running 63 kind of the whole time. Not too bad, but if I stay out too late, I'll have to change my clothes and put on those little bit warmer, higher denier. These are just mesh, and I got the waterproof liner on underneath. Anyway, this is coming into Kerrville, and I gotta stop and get some food. Oh, here's Interstate 10. See what kind of food. I don't want McDonald's. I gotta find something else. Anyway, bye. Down in this area. Oh, I didn't realize it was so twisty here. I've been through here before, long time ago. I'm gonna try and find that that really cool creek where there's waterfalls going through the cypress trees. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I stopped for lunch in Kerrville, and I ate at a place I haven't eaten at since, oh gosh, when I lived in Illinois, when I was still young, in my 20s, and they ate Long John Silver's. And I don't remember it being, I used to love it when my wife and I used to go all the way over to Peru, Illinois, to Long John Silver's, and I remember it being good, but I don't remember it being so greasy. But it was pretty greasy. Chicken and fish was good, but I had onion rings, and they were pretty bad, so I tossed them. But anyway, I didn't remember it being as greasy. I guess your tastes change when you're young and then you get old. Anyway, on Highway 16 south of Kerrville, and I'm heading into, should be going into Medina, which is kind of the, I don't know why these rumble strips are here, kind of in the hill country. I might go, since it is kind of early, I might hit a little bit of the Twisted Sisters, and because it is really pretty, and the hills are huge. I mean, I didn't think they were hills like where I live in the hill country. These suckers are huge. I mean, they're big enough that your ears pop going up and down. So that's kind of mountain size, and it's really kind of west of San Antonio out in the hill country. It's really pretty. You can see how pretty it is here, but it's not, they're not big yet. But this is a pretty road. I just remember that. I hope I could find that bridge where those waterfalls were with the cypress trees. I don't know if you guys know what cypress trees are. They grow in the water, which is kind of cool. They got a huge root system, and they're just really cool trees. But anyway, this is a really strange, I don't remember this road being so twisty. This is like in the mountains, kind of twisty. That's one of the rumble strips because they want you to slow down. Anyway, when I stopped and had lunch, it's really warm when you're not moving. It was like I pressed the button on it. It was 79 sitting still in the sun. We're getting warmer. It's like 68 now, but I still have my liner in this jacket. Now I'm comfortable. I'm not uncomfortable yet. There's supposed to be a park down here called the Lost Maples, and I've never stopped at it, but I don't know if I will now either. We kind of, if it's free, I'd do it, but I'm not paying to get in any parks. Anyway, kind of pretty right here, though. We used to have the Lost Pines in Bastrop and Smithville, but the wildfires burned them all down. They're pretty much gone. Oop, guy's gonna let me go. I can understand them wanting to drive slow. It's a pretty ride. I want to drive slow because it's a pretty ride. It's unbelievable how you just get west of San Antonio, and it's unbelievable how big some of these hills get. I mean, they're not small. I mean, especially when you get out into Twisted Sisters. These suckers are like mountains. And it's just hard to believe that there's anything like that in Texas. I mean, I live in a rolly hill country, but, you know, similar to this, but they're just not as big. And it's so cool along here. You see cabins. You can rent cabins. There's some more up there. That is so cool. I would love to come down here and just stay in those little cabins. It'd just be fun. Perfect time of year for that because it's just so nice out. I think they're pretty pricey though. We stayed in Bandera at a little kind of a cabin. It wasn't really a cabin, but they were stone and that kind of thing, and it was like $125 a night, and they were a little pricey, but we just stayed there one night. But it was so cool because it was a neat little place. Anyway, I think I'll turn this thing back on if I ever come across that little bridge. Talk to you later.